Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this big and beautiful world of ours we call Earth. You are tuned in to Final Fantasy XIV Misadventures on twitch.tv/HomoHomo2093. This is your host, Punk Boy Punk Toy. She's Kahori Harukawa, the White Witch of Akami Rojo, and the main character here in Final Fantasy XIV Misadventures here on this Twitch channel. This is brought to you by the Akami Rojo Free Company of Coeurl, the pack that's got your back, located in the Goblet, War 20 Plot 30. If you are trying to create a character on Coeurl, bad luck. Coeurl has now been listed as a congested world, meaning you're probably going to have to wait until the next patch for the status to change. So in this live stream, the main big content that's coming up is the Occult Crescent South Horn. Occult Crescent is basically the new Boja and Eureka region. And the phantom weapons can be made from this, which are the special weapon relics. However, we will not be working on that unless Paris Saint-Germain ends up winning the Champions League on Saturday, at which a special tribute live stream will be done, and we'll be doing some work farming on that. But if Inter Milan win, then the stream for working on Occult Crescent may be delayed for quite some time, since next week Zenless Misadventures is taking place. That is the new patch, new story. We will be focusing our energy next week towards working on that. But today we're gonna be beginning the Mamulja quest. We're gonna be heading straight to Yaktel shortly to go ahead and activate the Mamulja gathering quests. The Mamulja are a gathering tribe. This is the new Allied Society quest chain. We are going to go ahead and work on this. Then we're going to go ahead and take a look over at the custom deliveries and Island Sanctuary, get that done. And then the main content for today's live stream will be working on the next portion of Hildebrand over in Solution 9. Now, if you like what you see on this broadcast, hit the follow button on your Twitch player and the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, BongaBoy151. For the Hildebrand quest, I will be doing narration, so be on the lookout for that. But first things first, we're going to go ahead and do some gathering. Bay, are you ready to get going? Alright, let's get going. We're going to go ahead and switch over to... we're going to go ahead, since we already have our Botanist, Miner, and Fisher all at max level, there will be no leveling that will be taking place, but we're going to go ahead and also get out of this stuffy gear and stick to doing our traditional adventuring mom outfit, which is the default outfit for Bay. All of the stuff has now been prepared accordingly. There will be in the mail, hopefully, a new mount that will be coming in. There is a new Cash Shop account-wide mount that is available. So we will be going ahead and taking a look at that. First, we shall head over to Mamuk, I believe, is where the new quest will be. We'll be skipping through cutscenes because we want to take care of this first batch of quests before the reset. So I will go ahead and get on mute for now until we get going with the Hildebrand story. Enjoy.
じゃじゃーん。ピポ？
Alright, we're now going to go ahead and head over to Solution 9 and get going with the Hildebrand story. I'm mistaken, that's where we're going to have to go. So we're going to head over there right now. I will be narrating this in my rather cringe narration voice. See where we have to go. Alrighty. Off to True View. again, our next live stream for Final Fantasy XIV is going to be a playthrough of the new occult crescent area, but that is going to be contingent on what happens in the UEFA Champions League final. If Paris Saint-Germain do not get the job done, that one will be delayed a bit. But let's go ahead and get started here. Others are already working on this story right now. So here we go. Ashu!
Kahori, here to help again, are you? As things stand, I'm still waiting on word from...
Yours truly, I assume?
Hi!
Transporting ways, I've searched every alley and dry bar, never came for signs of this Fildegrand character.
It's pronounced Hildebrand.
Well, however you say it, he was nowhere to be found.
Oh, where could the inspector be?
Chin up, Dollface, the case ain't over yet, and I always get my man. When trail goes cold, tricks go back to the beginning. I want you to tell me the whole story again, leave nothing out, no matter how unimportant it might seem. Followed rumors of flying disc was not your friend, and they led you to a place where most likely crashed down. Here. You also think it was gone inside the dome when you appeared, and from your perspective went through 30 years in the blink of an eye. Sounds like crazy talk. I see no strange in my line work, but to give the clients the benefit of the doubt. Since we've got no leads on the man himself, I say we try jogging memories about the shiny starship instead. Well, one question older people in the ADB world might have witnessed the ritual crash landing 30 years ago. Folks that age seem to enjoy parks, like the one outside the residential radii. Let's go. Alrighty, quest accepted. Let's head out there. And we have to head over to the information center, so we'll get there shortly. Teleport over there. Lion, activate. Old timers plenty as promise. Pick a prune and get to it.
Oh, it's not that illustration I lent you last time. Turn around should have lent some ancient noggins. I'll schedule the inspector's face to make things even easier. I've been only coming with 7 ENIX too. Kahori, you and Detective Harderboard will have to share.
We are talking 3 decades ago here, so having a picture should come in handy. The dame's works on the same level as the finger-painting toddler's magnum opus. Right, was it? Well, you let me know when you're ready to bother some park goers. Right, let's start showing that picture on them, and keep an eye out for older Hune and Sorrow that might have held from outside the dome. Oh, and don't forget the Shitona. May I help you? story. About 30 years ago, I was practically an infant, far too young to remember much of anything. Picture's very cute though. Did your child draw it for you?
What can this old lady do for you? 30 years ago? I honestly don't recall. My memories that time are faded at best, my dears. That is a lovely drawing of you, though, sir. Really captures your essence.
That slack jog mug? You gotta be kidding me. Vending machines got your eye? Yeah, you could buy yourself a coffee or an energy drink. Luxuries like that make you soft. When I'm alone, walking through the darkest, dingiest part of the city, I need something as weathered and wary as I am. I'll stick to my eggs, thanks.
What would you be wanting with me, then? I'd say, yes, I'm familiar with it. But I do remember 3 decades ago when I was still in the bloom of youth. Well, middle age. Say, I remember you. The clever kid who took me back my furball tonic from the thieving horse son. I was a good bit all soothing was.
No need for all that. I was just doing my job. Sorry to see the tonic didn't do its job, though.
It's not about growing my hair back, it's about the routine. About 40 years on the surgery scalp and asking the same pregnant rumors every morning. I started to eat without it.
40 years of using a never-keep-made product? Oh, that's right. You're Alexandrian, born and bred, same as me. There's no way you could have seen Starship after. Sorry to bother you, sir. Well, no one said it'd be easy dredging up eyewitness accounts from so long ago. This is where grit and persistence comes into it. I spotted Shatona, a fella heading towards the 914 radius. I guess Sage with all long live, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky this time.
Lovely day, isn't it? I'm not sure I recognize this man. Hard to tell with such a simple drawing.
Forget about the drawing. We're more interested in what you know about the flying disc.
Oh yes, the craft I do recall seeing. And yet I felt the sun upon my wings and was living a very different kind of life at the time. It was during a hunt that I spotted it. Flying machines were a rare sight back then, so I remember it well, even now.
And do you remember where it was headed?
Appeared to crash somewhere in to the north. I was of a mind to seek out the wreckage, but then the dome suddenly appeared, and I had far, far stranger things to worry about.
There, what'd I tell you? Let's find your pal, Nashu, and share the good news.
Seems to know anything about the starship. Did you fare any better? So again, there's someone that is human like you got a place. I didn't much either of you having that before.
Research facility, you say? Some mine did by shiny object roll in the sky nearby, which other people soon scooped it up. Seems to be our destination. But how to get across the lake?
forger. Of course, they have those hover cargoes. Just so happen to know one of an accommodating disposition. Right, that's our transportation sorted. But I'm stuck on those. How you've already been to Shibuya Water, when I'm only just learning they even existed. What's your deal anyway? Huge adventure for a living, is that it? Let's clear you're no fresh-faced mook. Let's press on with the investigation. My reforged friend should have a hover cargo waiting for us at the drift zones.
I'm gonna make a dose of National Delight.
Those explosives, leave them behind. Don't need no dizzy dame blowing herself up on my watch. Me, for that matter. Now we're gonna go ahead and head over to the drift towns. First we'll teleport over back to the outskirts. We're gonna take it be needed because the price is low. You need transport to Water. The hover cargo is ready, if you are. This place is a mess, but I don't see any monsters roaming the halls at least. Should be safe to split up and have a look around. Shuffling through the various documents in the cabinet, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 1. According to an associate native to the lands, the undivided vessel we recovered Yuwato had flown into the region not long before the dome manifested. Their testimony was corroborated by a thorough examination of the wreckage, which yielded not a single sliver of electrode. The vessel was, without doubt, manufactured using technology fundamentally unlike our own. This mystery was further compounded by the discovery of a huge survivor within the craft. Despite the apparent force of the impact, the lone male occupant had sustained no visible injuries. Skimming through the various documents, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 2. The human male was extracted from the wreckage in an abnormal specimen indeed. While physically unharmed and in clear possession of a soul, he yet remains in a comatose state. The absence of reaction to any and all external stimuli is indicative of temporal stasis. Every method we have attempted, be it electric shock, a hot bath, or a sharp slap across the face, has failed to wake the subject. Is his remarkable corporeal fortitude an innate natural quality, or was it acquired with the aid of unknown technology?
My enthusiasm for this research knows no bounds. The document held by the clipboard is entitled Confidential Files Addendum 3. I cannot understate the incalculable potential I see in our mystery subject. If we could but unlock the secret of his preternatural resilience, then we would never again need risk the dangers inherent in the transfer of monstrous souls. While some of my colleagues insist that vivisection is our only recourse, such an extreme measure would mean forsaking the knowledge the man might impart to us regarding his equally intriguing flying vessel. For the time being, we have decided to suspend all research related to this subject. The specimen will be preserved in a biocapsule in Sector 51 and placed under observation in the hopes that he will one day regain consciousness. Sorry, something else in the records caught my attention and led me to a different floor. I had to rustle up a verification key first, so I haven't spent any time on your Starship mystery. You should don't have anything yet. They were keeping him in Sector 51. The key I found should have let us access that area. Let's go repel Nashu and head there now.
Inspector Hildebrand, there you are! Aha!
You two have been yanking my chain? This cloud doesn't look anything like me. Look inside, we located a man. Hard-boiled egg would really hit the spot right now.
You just for the detective.
Lady. Appreciate it. Never cruise the kindness of strangers.
These punks must be feeling lucky. There's no need for firearms or fisticuffs. I shall call this indication in the manner that behooves a gentleman. Attention, everyone! Follow my lead, if you please. Huh? Splendid, most splendid. Let's remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner. So long. I fear I may have overslept a trifle. But I, Hillman, well-rested agent of Kahori, now stand before you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. But why, who's this austere-looking fellow? A new admirer of mine, mayhap.
This is Detective Hardboard, your soul twin from another world.
Why, my dear Nashu, this man puts an airy respect my singular palm. He does not resemble me in the slightest. I couldn't agree more. My sweet old grandmother is more critter, pinky finger.
That's odd. Maybe we need new glasses, but the two of you seem practically identical.
Oh, I think you just say, oh, you look too damn young for a fellow who's been sleeping for 30 years. No get me started how you charm those heavenly corpses. What kind of crime against nature are you?
The specters are very unique physique for one, and as for zombies, they have extra rapport with them, such as brief stint as an undead overlord extraordinaire.
That raises more questions than answers. Still, we can consider your missing person case closed. They've been showing something else that got my attention earlier. I smell a new case brewing, and I mean to follow my nose. A case, you say? Then allow me to offer the services of Hildebrand, Inspector Extraordinaire. Undead overlord seems more plausible to me in this juncture, but I'll bite. What does a fellow like you even inspect?
Unpenetrable mysteries and unsolved cases, of course.
So we're in the same business, eh? Wonder how this gentleman act of yours actually helps you get the job done. I too am curious to see if beneath that leathery gumshoe exterior you have the gumption to handle the truly difficult cases. The dame. She's your assistant?
Lawyer, sit fast.
I had an assistant once. Now ain't the time to reminisce. We have a new case to work on. That'll be just the thing to put your sleuthing chops to, Inspector. Let's get out of here and get down to brass tacks. I was saying, we have a new case in the making, so listen up while I explain the particulars. You said you scoured the space out to Barton and they're trying to stuff people's souls into Monster's house, but the facility was supposed to close down before they managed any real success. Sound about right? Guessing whatever incident turned the staff to walking corpses happened not long after. Here's where it gets interesting. According to the notes I found, one of the researchers survived and continued to work independently even after the project was mothballed. Apparently he dismissed the Coeurl withdrawal as impossible to control and instead chose to pursue his research using less ordinary beasts. Are you suggesting this mad scientist transferred his own soul into some slave-ring fiend? Nothing so mad as all that. No, he saved that honor for convicted criminals. Seems he set up a fake rehabilitation program and the prisoners transferred, then yanked out the souls for use in his experiments.
How awful! What became of these now criminally minded creatures?
That's the million-critical question. Tracked down the containment cell mentioned in the notes, found the cages inside, emptier than a Bob-Lice tumbler. A little dig into operations log showed the cage locks were opened only recently, which means... We find ourselves in the case of the fiendish fugitives. We must seek out and apprehend these dastardly evildoers on the elbow. Yes, there's a chance they're out there causing trouble. As a detective, I can't turn a blind eye when I suspect wrongdoing is afoot. Luckily, I found a storage device that figured belonged to the author of those research notes. It's pretty banged up, but I think the data might still be intact. Let's head back to Solution 9. I'll take this thing to my place in the recreation zone and see what I can recover. Right, I'll take a crack at the storage device. You're
better off waiting outside. I'm not the kind of guy who makes his bed every morning, to say the least. Well, the bad news is the device was in even worse shape than I expected. There'll be a wall yet before I can recover all its contents. Quick past enemy some scraps, enough to piece together a partial volume on the experimental subjects. Since our surviving researchers took the soul of a career thief into the body of an Cyclops. It was slight for good fellow, I didn't steal out of greed for the joy of pissing off his victims. This guy like that ain't likely to change his stripes because he switched bodies. Yes, 'tis all becoming clear to me. It's nearly obvious. Our ambitious escape will bring the most prestigious jewelry store in the city. Soft-boiled, I guess, as any of them heard. Your instincts are way off, pal. Never seen an Cyclops before, have you? If one of those big brutes was lumbering in the streets, all we have to do is follow the screams. He's spotting eyes to the ball of a target outside Everkeep, and he won't be aiming to pull for any old supply crate either. Something that really caused a nuisance. Electro. Alexandra's got a habit only Marcus or can satisfy. We need to hustle to the Aquarius side, and I mean now. Yes, I work here. Was there something you needed? Have we had any thefts? Funny you should ask, actually.
We had several shipments of raw electro go missing in recent days. The strange part is that our guards didn't see that they need a hover cargo to move those heavy blocks, and surely someone would have noticed it coming and going.
There, what I tell you, the sneaky Cyclops could have run over those blocks without breaking a sweat.
You know who the culprit is then? If there's anything I can do to help catch them, just say the word.
That's mighty kind of you, friend. Then, let's have you bait the trap with the stack of electro, placed conveniently out of sight of your patrols. We'll do the rest.
One tempting stack of electro coming up. There, that should do the trick. Color that thief for me, will you? Oh, and do be careful while you're at it.
The trap is set. Now we wait. This is perfect. Maybe a little too perfect. Not good, not good. That's a thief! After him! Huh? We've lost sight of our quarry. And he's gone to the ground in the middle of a field of Cyclops. We got us a wise guy. Not a tough guy though, according as well. Says he's got no stomach for fighting, so we just need to split up and find the one that doesn't try to squish us on sight. Of course, even if he is a coward, he's a big boy now, so he might still try to go down swinging. Shout out if you hit pay dirt, we'll take him together. Not bad Cyclops.
Inspector, take your sit over pursuit of that screaming Cyclops. Come on, let's not get left behind.
it all! We have you now, fiend. There's nowhere left to. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's like being stabbed by 1,000 tiny needles. Out with it, punk. Where did you stash the goods? Who set you free? As if I tell the likes of you. Have it your way. I hear this stinks worse than chili sauce in your eye. No! Now, detective. Threats and intimidation do not become a gentleman. Move, damn it, move! Give a criminal a chance, they'll make you wish you hadn't. Huh? My turn. Ah.
Oh, he really is a big boy.
This is my show now. Lose the gun or the girl gets it. You two, weapons on the ground. Oh, is he twitching?
My eye! My eye!
You had your chance to come quiet. Say goodnight, sunshine. That didn't hurt at all. I'll render from victory for acts of violence. Huh?
Oh, the inspector's hauling up!
You gotta be kidding me. That shot had enough juice to take down a gun for 30. Bright, too bright for me to bear! Oh, pain is skin just stepping barefoot on the goblin's back. Master Thief, are you certain you aren't willing to speak with us? You showed like a precious jewel. I yield. I'll tell you everything. Huh? Soft-boiled and cracked. I never wanted the electro. The researcher who freed us commanded me to steal it, and I handed over every block I took. So you weren't just being your usual thieving self. Alright. So what's this researcher's name? He never told me his name, I swear. I know him as the man who made us into monsters. You were asked him scared like a bruiser working for him, so I didn't dare refuse his orders. Where we'd find him then? No, and I was supposed to meet him out here with my latest haul, but he slipped away after realizing I wasn't alone. That's it. That's all I can give you. Right, I believe you. This case is taking a fishy turn. But if you were only accepting all this, you still have crimes to answer for. I'm handing you over to the Tin Men authorities. Don't worry, I'll explain how you're a crook in monstrous clothing so they don't want to send you to the Arcadian for slaughter. As for the rest of you, meet me back at my place in Solution 9. Surely Detective Hartwell must now acknowledge my dazzling investigative skills. In your dreams, pal. I handed the archives over to the authorities and gave them the lowdown on our case. You can bet your last being researcher realized that the monster's doing his dirty work. Can't figure single the enterprise up to no good, that's for sure. Whoever those criminals are now, they're also fugitives. They'll be operating as far away from our mechanical sentries as possible, maybe even beyond the confines of the dome. That's a whole world I'm familiar with. You're keen to stay on the case, and I could use your help out there. You shall have it, of course. Inspector Hildebrand is at your service. You got my trench coat and twist when your pal started dancing with my gun. It's only fair I tell you why. I drew a man had his fingers in every illegal pie in Alexandria. The crime king, they called him. His mute got his royal rogueness and sent him to a rotten prison cell, where being transferred elsewhere on his auspices of some rehabilitation program I haven't heard a peep. See if connecting the dots. Could be that elsewhere was Yuwata. Yeah, me and him got a history, so if he's running free out there, somewhere in a new monster skin. I want to be the one to bring him in. Your unwavering commitment is commendable, Detective Hardboy. I, Hillman, Agent Negri, Inspector Renair, hereby swear to remain so to be by your side until we have brought this case to its resolution. I don't recall asking that softball dope to do damn thing. Anyhow, I'll get back to pulling scraps of data from that box. Drop by next time you're in the neighborhood, maybe I'll have a new lead for us to follow. Meanwhile, somewhere in Heritage found. I was hoping to see our hulking Cyclops squish those curious rats. The Graven Wolf surrendered with barely a struggle. But no matter, I have more than enough electrope now to proceed with my plans. Given the right direction, your outlaws were most useful, especially with your new monstrous talents. Legs, you involve with the same length of time every time. 12 minutes exactly, unless they're too soft. Any more, they're overcooked. We're out of time today, so here are some I prepared for you.
The manufacturer my egg-shaped mansion is a closely guarded trade secret, so don't try to make your own at home. Keep safe and stay tuned for the next episode of Inconceivably Further Hildebrand Adventures. See you, Inspector. Bye.
what you see in this podcast, hit the follow button on your Twitch player, subscribe button on YouTube. This concludes this episode of Final Fantasy XIV Misadventures Dawntrail Trials. The next one should be Occult Crescent farming, but it's going to be contingent on what happens over in Munich on Saturday. We're hoping that PSG finally figure it out and win, otherwise this will most likely be delayed to after Zenless Misadventures next week. This is your host, Bongo Boy Punk, toward the gift that keeps on giving. Once again, if you like what you see in this broadcast, hit the follow button, Twitch player, subscribe button on YouTube, under my channel ID, Bongo Boy 151. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. It's bye for now. Good night.